you're going to start an email, or the email is basically like force of nature, delivers a result, and then the tease seems to be like you just need a way, what would be the kind of comparable CTA for a mechanism delivers a result? Is it's so easy, let me show you how, click here type of thing? Or what would be like the general CTA?
I think that's it. I think you hit it. Like the reason for a force of nature is to lay down the context and give you like the question is, I mean, the questions are what's in it for me? How does it work? No, what's in it for me? How's it possible? How does it work? How can I get started? So if you follow that logical flow, knowing that how does it work is the mechanism, the next question is how can I get started?
Yeah.
Right. So you can either complete the how does it work circuit that you started with when you brought up the mechanism. I'll show you exactly how it works if you click here. I have a tool, does this, it gives you everything you want. It's not this, not this. Find out how it works here.
Yeah.
Or I have a tool that'll do this. See how to get started today. See how how to get yours today. So that's like our logical flow. Why do I care? How is that possible? How does it work? And how can I get started?
Talking of frameworks then, dude, would it be fair to say that like if you're going to write an email based on one of the beats question, that the CTA would be the next question?
I think so. But the thing is, when you're doing, okay, the 4 questions, what they are, because people have compared the 4 questions to Evaldo's 10 questions. And they because I'm saying there's 4 questions. And so they think, oh, it's just like Evaldo's 10 questions. Not so. My 4 questions are the larger meta questions that, once satisfied, lead to the next question. As a copywriter, you do have to address those smaller questions like who are you and why should I listen to you? But ultimately, the big question is like, is this real? Do I believe it? How is that possible? And once I feel like it is real and beneficial, right? Because the force of nature is one job, or your job with the force of nature is to prove that it's real and beneficial. What's in it for me and how is it possible? Well, it is real and it is beneficial. Once those two are addressed, then the next question you really have is, okay, well, how do I, if Siraj can convince you that you don't have to diet or exercise, all you have to do is really just take advantage of your fat issue at a cellular level. If your fat cells release the fat, it's just gone. You don't have to do any of this other stuff. What you've been doing are just methods to release the fat, but you don't have to do that. You could just release the fat. Well, how do I do that? So the 4 questions, I call them driving questions. They're the things that I've got you. Like if I do my job up front, you are going to be enticed by me teasing that I will reveal this. You will not be enticed. This is something that's important. If you're doing the 10 questions and I say, in just a minute, I'll introduce myself and reveal my whole origin story and how I'm just like you, that does not entice the reader. But if I say, in just a moment, I'm going to show you the events that led up to this moment and why it's about to get even worse, that entices you. That's how this is possible. If I say, in just a moment, I'm going to reveal the 3 steps that make my system work and how I'll show you the 3 steps that are, I'll show you the 3 key ingredients that make our pill release fat cells. Well, now you're gonna be like, okay, I want to know how that works. They're driving questions. I just call them driving questions because these are the, like, I gotcha. The other questions, say the 4 driving questions, are basically from, they're analogous to Evaldo's 10, but Evaldo's 10 has stuff that you as a copywriter, you have to put in the promo to get them to buy. My questions are like, if I always keep this in mind, we've been talking about frame a lot between all of my writers, every single one of them. Tyler, use frame control. Now every single one of them. So I might call these questions framing questions because for the first 7 pages, everything that you say, every piece of information you need to give me has to come through the frame of this is very important for you to know. You're going to talk about how credible your guru is. I need to know why that's very important for me to know. If you're going to talk about past predictions and calls, if you're going to talk about that this light just went green, and everything you say in the first 7 pages must filter through and pass the frame that this is important for you. Everything after that needs to filter and pass the frame of this is possible. How do I know this? Why should you believe me? Because I'm this guy. I'm this credible guru. There is a cred section. There is a super problem section. But I don't say the driving question is, what's the problem? What's holding me back? I don't say the driving question is, who are you? Why are you the man? The driving question is, I don't believe you. That sounds like horse shit. How is that possible? And the ammo that you have is to solve that driving question, is to demonstrate that you've been held back by a problem, is to demonstrate that I have special secret knowledge and access, and I'm the key expert for this opportunity, is to demonstrate that there's a force of nature that is very real, hidden, unknown to you, and beneficial. And then at that moment, you've completed the circuit. And my question is, well, how do I do it then? I believe you now. So what's in it for me? Phase 1 is there's something in it for you. Phase 2, I don't believe you. Once you believe you, phase 3, all right, well, show me how it works. And phase 4 is give it to them. Those are the 4 pieces, the 4 questions. And since I'm going to be giving, like, I think the next month or two, probably the end of August, early September, I'm going to go ahead and just give a Beats of a Sales Letter training because I want to have it for my own team as well. And I want to grow the team. I do think it's important that I sort of get more, maybe I should change the labels or something around these 4 questions. And even just saying they're driving questions or saying these are framing, like these are the 4 frames instead of the 4 questions. Because everyone does hear 4 questions and immediately thinks it serves the same function as a Valdo's. No, because they're frames. They're how I hold control over you during this conversation. You want to believe it's real. If you stick around and shut the fuck up, I'm going to show you exactly how this is possible. I'm going to show you exactly how you can make a bunch of money. I'm going to show you exactly the things that led up to this moment. And I'm going to show you exactly why it's about to explode. Those are all the little bullets that you can use in a bribe section.